guys, welcome to week 3 of the CrossFit Open. I'm with Coach Christian and Coach Victor, and we're going to show you a couple mobility tips and tricks for the preparation of the WOD. Right now, and what he's going to do is pretty much mash up Christian's calves on the foam roller. Put both hands on his shin and rock side to side, mashing up his calf against the foam roller. You can apply a lot of pressure, as much as the partner can take. Good. Victor's going to go a little higher to the belly of the calf, so like where the little upside down heart is on your calf. People see what's going on. There you go. Thank you. Cool. As for your second mobility drill, is work up the leg to the hamstrings. Okay, so Christian's gonna be in a semi-lunge here with his front leg attached to the band, and what he's doing is gonna go into flexion of the hip, bend and extend his knee. Good. Cool. We're gonna do that for like about a minute to 2 minutes, and then switch to the other side. Mobility drill number 3, Christian is mashing up his forearms on the barbell. Okay, you want to take care of your grip because you will be hanging onto a lot of weight for a lot of reps. Okay, so what he's doing is just rocking side to side, getting all that good stuff. It's gonna feel gnarly, but your forearms will feel awesome afterwards. Guys, a little bit mobility prep for your lower back for open point 3. We just want your lumbar taken care of. So you're gonna take the lacrosse ball and pretty much mash up your entire lumbar, your lower back, your sacrum, that little flat plate that sits right above your tailbone, and even getting into your glutes as well. Keep mashing it up. Bring up my foot into a little butterfly position. Keep the opposite leg planted. And I'm gonna rock side to side, make happy faces on your butt. Okay, fire my glute. I'm gonna roll sideways to fetal position to the side. You're rolling over your piriformis right there, and roll right back.
Hi there guys, this is Coach Victor and Coach Christian from CrossFit Proper. We're here to give you a couple tips on open workout 14.3. So I'm going to start off with the warm-up that I would do. I would go on the airdyne or maybe even the rower, do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Really 30 seconds, for the first 30 seconds do like a maybe 90 to 95% effort to jack up your heart rate, so you get used to the intensity you're going to experience in the workout. So repeat that sequence for, I would say, a good 8 rounds. Some banded good mornings or even barbell good mornings. Get those hamstrings nice and warmed up and ready for the deadlifts. And then if you want to even kind of vary your warm-up, I would say go with a light sled push for 200 meters to really get the posterior chain nice and warmed up and your cardiovascular system primed as well.
Would you recommend loading up the bar with the weights that are going to be used?
Probably after the warm-up, after just it's kind of established, get a good feel for the weights. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Boom. Check it out. We're going over the deadlift setup for your guys' workout. This is going to be a big thing, especially if you start getting into those higher weights. Especially, you don't want to be leaking anything out early on and getting your back smoked on the 135 or the 185 or anything like that. So we're going to take a top-down approach for this deadlift setup. Basically, what I want you guys to do is I want you to make sure everything's already set when you grab the bar, so you don't have to hesitate or anything like that. So in a bad setup, Victor, get set at the bottom and then kind of pull yourself into a. So if you notice here, Victor's he's flexing his back, and then he's going to pull himself into that lumbar curve that stays nice and flat. Then you got to mess around and figure out what's going on. You can just stand up without the bar. Rather than doing that and wasting all the time, we're just going to start from the get-go. He's going to brace his belly. All he's going to do is going to push his butt back, chest stays up, back stays flat. Look at, if you notice that lumbar curve, go and take it all the way down. That lumbar curve, boom, stays flat the whole time, so there's no flexion in it. It's going to be nice and tight. And then all he has to do is he just has to stand up. Go and stand up with it. Boom. And then he goes right back down. Good. And stand. You can relax with it. And relax. So the biggest thing here is finding that hamstring tension. So when Victor gets set again, he's going to pop his butt back, heels down, weights on the heels. His back end, that whole posterior chain right around here, this is all loaded up nice and tight. It's ready to fire, and he's just going to stand up through those heels. Boom, and relax. Let's just keep going. One thing that we're going to see, you can relax for a second. One thing that we're going to see in this is when you guys are going, especially when the weight's really light, you're probably going to want to keep your hips up high, okay? And that's just going to smoke your low back out way faster than it should be. So let's do a good one first, Victor. So if you notice when Victor goes down on the reload, go and stand up with it. He'll get set up. He'll stand up. On the reload, he's going to pop his butt back just like we did. Hips go back and down, weights on the heels so those hamstrings are loaded. And then he'll stand right back up. What I don't want to see is keep your hips up high. So as he goes down, his hips stay way, way high, so all that low back is going to have to take all that stress. You guys see that? There's no legs or minimal leg movement at all. And relax. So when the weight gets really light, that's usually what we get away with, okay? But for this workout, you don't want to be wasting any energy or being inefficient anywhere, all right? Easy. So check it out, box jumps. You can step up for this workout. I would say I would rock the step ups the whole time. So Victor's just gonna do a couple step ups, just back and forth. This is kind of slow motion. And really the biggest thing is that hip extension at the top, right? Make sure as you guys are going, you just keep a nice steady pace. I don't think we did a couple reps earlier, and this box jumps and the step ups, there's not that much of a difference as far as the time it gets done. Go and do a couple step ups, or I'm sorry, a couple box jumps, Victor. You do cycle through this a little faster, but I don't know, it depends on the person. It might take a little more energy out of you, a little more leg power out of you when you go back to your deadlifts. All right, so strategy, this is going to be a big one because you don't want to blow out the gate, especially if you don't have the capacity to do so and just hold on, because 8 minutes, if you blow out too early, you're just going to be suffering the rest of the workout.
You don't want to blow out.
Don't blow out, please. It's never a good thing. So Victor will talk about that, and then we'll kind of just bounce off each other. Yeah.
Cool. So one of the strategies I would, I guess, consider when doing this, since it's an 8-minute AMRAP, once again, intensity is going to be fairly high. So if you absolutely have to break anywhere, I would do that with the deadlifts when the volume gets higher at a higher weight. So do your best to do all the box jumps unbroken without a break. And if you must break, once again, should be at the deadlift. So for example, 225, you're doing 20 reps. I would go 10, rest for a couple of seconds, go for another 10. Okay, and then the next rep scheme is 25. I would still break that maybe in 10s, maybe I'll try to go like, well, it's 275, so maybe at that point I would go in 5s. But I would keep the rest period short, just so I could ensure that I cycle through my box jumps quick.
Exactly. I would say not too on the box jumps. Don't break, but if you're jumping, right, know that you can step up. So if you have to switch to step ups to catch your breath, that'd probably be a good idea. Have gas in your tank to keep jumping. I mean, more power to you, I guess. It's only 15 jumps or steps, so I don't think it'd be too taxing. I think where people are, where all the separation is going to be is at the deadlift. So if you can get higher reps or hold on to the bar longer, I think it'll pay off more as the workout goes on, especially once we get into 275 and 315. It's going to break down into singles or doubles or whatever the case may be, or even 10s, 15s if you're super duper strong.
Like this guy.
Like, not you. What else? When you guys do the workout, don't be that guy over there, Ryan Harris. Don't be him. What'd you get to, Ryan?
101 reps.
You have a tip? What? Give me a tip. Give us a tip.
Give him a tip.
Just a tip.
I don't know. I'd say just try to stay smooth and consistent. I didn't rush through any of the box jumps. I tried to just keep a smooth pace, so I never got winded. But just when it gets to that heavier reps, or the 275, you get winded quick. So
Good tip. Smooth tip.
Boom. Done.